Hello, friends. Happy Navratri to all of you. I heard a podcast, it was specially on Ma Durga, my favorite, I guess, favorite of all of us. All the forms were depicted and how it completely resonates with a women's life and women's phases, the phases that we go through. I always tell everybody I know that we are Stri Shakti. We are a part of her. We are her actually. Of course, we got to realize it. It's like how Satima did not realize for a while that she was the one, the powerful one, right? The first form is Shailaputri. So Shailputri, how it resonates with us is she is first of all known as Shailputri. Like more than anything about her, what we know is as that she's a daughter of a wonderful father, a mountain father. So that's how we know her. That's her introduction. That's her identity. So it's the same for us too. That's our identity, that we are a daughter of someone. Then in that form, we're still learning. We are a child. And then comes Ma Brahmacharini. We see that what was the story of Ma Brahmacharini was that actually she was Parvati Ma, and she was born with a desire that she has to unite with Shivji, Mahadev. And in her case, it's the desire was Mahadev. She had to unite with her best half. But just in general, if you see, the depiction is about desires and how she was focused. So Brahmacharini is where she's doing the penance to achieve and to see to it that she becomes one with Lord Shiva. And it's the same for us. In our case, let's predict, or let's say it is depicted more as a second phase of a daughter where she's growing, she's becoming a girl, she's learning about her own self, she's learning what she wants in life, what really fascinates her, what is her goal, and she starts to strive for that goal. And that is where it's not penance for us, but it's that hard work, that dedication, that interest, that drive to achieve what they want, what we want. So that's the second form. The third form comes Ma Chandraghanta. So Ma Chandraghanta is actually in the depiction of Ma Durga. It is a woman who is married and has 8 arms. It could be 4 arms, 8 arms sometimes, and all with the weapons. So that is kind of depicting us women in a married life, and who probably had a career and who was doing so many different things before she got married. And then we still are married, but we still don't leave our passion, our career, our family, parents, our aspirations. So that's the form of Ma Chandraghanta, that it's that you have all the weapons. That means it's not really weapons in our case. In our case, it's more like we are juggling between so many duties, all geared up, and we're just ready. We're moving in every direction, doing all that we can to perform as the best that we can and best to our ability and knowledge. So that's the form of Ma Chandraghanta, that where you are ready with weapons, as in you are ready, geared up in whichever direction life takes you. You are just there. You are all set and going. So I love that form, and which I'm sure all the married women who may have just gotten married can relate to it. Then comes Ma Kushmanda. Ma Kushmanda is also a very beautiful form in which actually she does have weapons, but in addition to those weapons, she also has a nice, beautiful kamandal. It's a pot of honey. And in Hinduism, actually, a pot of honey is considered to be very lucky, or to be carrying a womb or garb, or just very auspicious. And so when you relate with that part, it's like all the women who are striving right now, being the mother, being the wife, being the daughter, being the career woman that they aspire to be, goal oriented and everything, but somewhere slightly, remotely, those thoughts start to come in that I want my baby, and that love that, we have actualized our love through marrying, yes, we have our best half with us, but that does not make us feel complete sometimes. And then we want that little baby, that we feel that motherhood will make us complete. So that's that preparation phase of a woman, where we go from Ma Chandraghanta, which is like Chaturbhuji or Ashtabhuji, so 8 hands or 4 hands, just geared up to do everything. Suddenly just that thing starts to fade out a little bit, and that emotions of becoming a mother, that starts to bloom and flourish. So that's that phase, which is called Ma Kushmanda. Then after that is called Skandamata, Ma Skandamata. So now that's that form of us, where we become a mother, and then our life literally revolves around the baby. So this form of Ma Skandamata, you see that form has no weapons at all. All she has is the baby. And I think that's what happens when, till we get married. Even after we get married, we still want this and that, and we want all these goals to be achieved, and we're so engrossed. No, my father and my mother, I have to take care of them, and my husband, I have to take care of him, I have to take care of my goals. But when you become a mother, I think, at least I've gone through it, I'm sure actually all moms have gone through that when you become a mother, literally nothing matters, like just nothing matters. Whether you can't sleep enough, whether you are juggling all day with all the other responsibilities, but your baby cries, your baby calls you, and you drop everything off and just you are there for the baby. So that's that form of Skandamata. After Skandamata, the next form of Ma Durga is Katyayani. So Ma Katyayani is actually the realized form of Durga. It's like she did everything as a daughter, then she aspired to become a woman and achieve her things, then she got married, then she now got a baby. The baby is grown up a little bit, and now she's ready to take up any task that she needs to on hand, and that is Ma Katyayani. So that form is again with all the weapons in her hands, Ashtabhuji or Chaturbhuji, I believe, and that form is ready with weapons. It's not in action, but it's ready with weapons, that I'm ready for my next phase. My kids are growing up, and I think I want to now figure out that now that I have the time, I want to do something that I like. And what do I like? So it's like that contemplation and that preparation of, okay, it's been such a long time, I've been just busy with baby. Maybe a lot of us, right, we took a break. I mean, in my case, I was always a homemaker, always a mother. Like, I did not have a big career before that, but a lot of us let go of the careers and let go of so many aspirations. Maybe you were getting promotions that you just let go of because you had a big responsibility of raising your child. So now you've gone through that phase where you've let go of work, and you've become it's not, I would not say stale with knowledge, but it's, you feel that you are behind. Many others know more than you do. And it's such a different feeling that now that you want to get back in, but you're not very sure that, okay, after all this long break or not keeping up with all the, whatever it could be, the business or the job that you had, and not keeping up with all that, you just feel that all your energies are just so much involved in love energy that it does feel very different to rise back up and, bring those arms out and make sure that, okay, I am done with this phase of my life. My kids are grown up. They are going to school or college. You have so much time in hand, and now you're starting to figure out what you like, what you want to do. You're trying to gather those power of your enthusiasm, your energy, raising your vibrations to the level from just compassion, love, to the next level of making sure that, you have the potential, and I got to use my potential. So that's that phase, all prepared, all geared up, but not really in action, right? Because action takes a while before you get geared up, and then you take the action. So that's that phase of preparation and gearing up. Then comes Ma Kali. Oh my God. And I know a lot of people get scared, Ma Kali, but Ma Kali is actually, she is so kind. I think she has the biggest heart, I believe. And she is the most kindest of all. She is really just very scary when the demons are in front of them. So we have the same, aren't we? People better don't get in any kind of nonsense with us, because when we lose it, boy. Men, on the other hand, can stay calm. But if we lose it, we are done. You are done, right? So I think that's the phase, Ma Kali's phase. And Ma Kali, of course, is like, so what happened actually, I missed a little bit part of Ma Katyayani. So Ma Katyayani is a form of Ma Durga, and then she was called upon by the gods to kill Mahishasur, who gods could not kill, and they were in need that Ma has to step up. So now she has to get out of that motherhood phase and step up for the next phase and the next responsibility of her life. So that's how actually Ma Katyayani became Mahishasur Mardini. So what happens is, so that's, I think, when we tweak it to our lives in the material life, on a not on a spiritual level, or even sometimes I think on a spiritual level also, it would probably make sense for all these evolutions of and the phases of that we can resonate with. But in our material life, so when we see that okay, as after that motherhood, we started gearing up, we got prepared, and then we took one action. We took one action, but that one action, we may have taken maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years to really deal with that, kind of stress or fear or doubts. But then when we rise above all that and just take that one step to make that shift, and that shift, oh my God, that's delicious. That's amazing. So that one shift when we make, and we realize that, oh my God, my potential was just at bay. It was just resting for a while. But I have that potential, and it is amazing. That potential is ginormous. It's huge. But we did not realize it because that responsibility was not laid upon us, or the need never arrived, which would make us take that step, right? Or sometimes it's just your desire that gathered up so much that now you took a step. So for some women, maybe it was a responsibility that happened, or the decision or the need that happened, for which they had to take that action or the step. And that action, that transformed, that action of killing Mahishasur is the same action that we take in our lives, from stepping from that love energy to the action energy. That made, from Katyayani, she became known as Mahishasur Mardini, and that Mahishasur Mardini is the phase of us as well, where we realize our potential. And when we realize our potential, now all the arms are out, we are rocking, killing it. Ma Kali was killing it, but she was really killing it. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, but we're killing it in the field that we land into, that we jump into, that we are driven to get into. So that's the form of Ma Kali, which I relate. In fact, in this phase, so I have 5 kids, all 5 are grown up. 3 of them have boyfriend, girlfriend, and the little 2, they're finishing college next year. So I'm at that phase where I've already realized my potential. So I passed that phase of Katyayani Ma, where I realized, oh, I have the potential like a Mahishasur Mardini. And now my Kali Ma is out, that, you know what, this is it, I got this. So I would be saying this to all the women of my age who have passed that phase, and where you're ready to rock and roll. And if you are in the phase of Ma Katyayani, where you are ready, but not yet into the action, call me. I'll tell you, it's easy to get in action. Just, you know what, you just got to do it. You don't need to wait for that Mahishasur for you to realize your potential. You just have it in you. Trust me on that. So just go for it, and become Kali, and take that power in your hands. There's so much power in action. And once you take the first step, once you take that action, you will realize how much more you can do. So that is just amazing. So that's the Ma Kali form of Durga. Then comes Mahagauri. So it's called Mahagauri. So now you see that how Mahagauri is known as Gauri. Gauri is her name. So that's her identity. She was still known as a daughter, a wife, then daughter, wife, combined all emotions and all energies mixed up. Then she was known as a mother. Once you get a child, you are always known as, I am still known, always known as a mother of five. And I proudly tell that, and everybody thinks, oh, you are the mother of five, right? So that was her identity till then. And then after killing Mahishasur, she realized her potential, and she was still called Mahishasur Mardini. So now she is coming to a point where she's known because of her action, not because of her being. There's such a huge difference. You know, you are a daughter, that's just given. It's given by birth. You are a mother, that is also given by God. You are a mother. So it's more like a relationship that is your identity. And then after she killed Mahishasur Mardini, so after you pass that phase, now you are known as Mahishasur Mardini. That means for us, it means like now we are known for the act we did, the action we took, what we became or what we are. That's our identity. So that's how she made the first identity of just her. It's no one else. It's not a mother. It's not a wife. It's not a daughter. It's her. So that's how she did Mahishasur Mardini. She gained her identity. That's how we gain it too, right? We become something and we get that award of self-identity, which is very fulfilling. After that, and then you are just recognized and recognized more, because when you become Kali and you're taking action for action for action for action, more actions and more power, and now you're, for example, me, like I am right now, I'm doing real estate, I'm doing dance classes, I'm a healer, I'm doing tarot reading, my new aspiration is numerology. So like I'm doing this. So I'm getting more known for what I'm doing. So that's the Kali Roop. And then after all that, I have not stepped into that phase, but I do feel that sometimes that after Kali phase, comes the Mahagauri. Mahagauri is actually the attained one, the achieved, the accomplished woman. So she has done so much. She's taken all the actions that she desired of, that she felt like she can achieve it. She wanted to do it. She wanted to show it to others. She wanted to show it to herself. She did it all. And now she is just recognized. And so I'm also recognized. I'm in that Mahagauri phase, but not completely. I've not stepped out of Mahakali phase. So I'm actually kind of enjoying both the phases side by side, and many of you may relate to that you may be enjoying both side by side. And I think over time is what I'm thinking, because I do get drawn to spirituality a lot right now. So with, I don't know, it could be all my experiences that I have in life, a partner who is so spiritual, maybe he has set that goal for me. Maybe, I mean, I set my goal because I look at him. So you may be in that Mahagauri and Mahakali phase where you will see that one is weighing over the other. For me right now, Mahakali phase is weighing over the other. I am in both right now, but soon, I guess, and that soon can be anything. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't know. But from that, where you feel that, okay, you have actualized everything, you have realized everything, you've used your potential, you've achieved everything. But you know what? I'm just bathing in that bliss that I did everything I wanted to do. That I'm not left behind, and not left behind by the world, or left behind in competition with the world or other women. Left behind by your own self. Like if you feel that, oh my God, I could have done this had I tried it. I could have done that had I taken a chance. I could have become that. I had a potential had I taken a risk. If you are at that phase, then you're still striving. But if you took all those risks, all the potentials you used and you did everything, now you are at that form where you're just basking. That's Mahagauri, where you just sit and relax. You are enjoying and kind of now contemplating, now that's where this is becoming heavier. The Mahagauri phase is becoming heavier, that okay, I'm done, I'm tired taking action, I've done enough. I am maybe contemplating to let go of that phase of Ma Kali, and that's your Mahagauri form, where you are receiving so much appreciation for what you have become, for what you have given to the world, to the people around you. So that's Mahagauri, the bliss, that's Mahagauri. And then the last one is Ma Siddhidatri. Ma Siddhidatri is actually a form where you don't, where she, Durga Ma, does not have any weapons. She is done. She's done with all the actions, and in fact, she's also done with the phase of Mahagauri, where she received all the appreciations and awards and accolades and everything, and that satisfaction and everything. She received everything, but still, probably somewhere, she feels that even this recognition and fame and appreciation that I'm receiving is not as satisfactory. Now, from that Mahagauri phase, a woman, Ma Durga, is moving from Mahagauri to the new phase of Ma Siddhidatri, and that's our phase of when we finish everything, we do everything, and we still feel that maybe, I don't know, what am I looking for? I don't know. I achieved it all, I'm very happy, but now it does not thrill me as much. It was making me happy as it was going, and till I was taking action and new actions, it was thrilling me. And then after that, it was thrilling me for a while that I was getting so much appreciation and recognition for all that. But now it doesn't thrill me. So now what's the next step? And that next step is where you let down of all your weapons, is where you realize that you are Ma Shakti, you are Ma Durga, but the goal is that you are in the form, you are manifested form of Ma Durga, and a manifested human form. And our goal is to go meet back to that Shakti. So I think that's that phase of Ma Siddhidatri, where all the weapons are gone and she's so calm, so composed, very content, very satisfied with all she did. And I think that's the phase where we are going towards, be yourself and try and get that connection and be one with Ma Shakti. So I think that's that last phase, which we all go sometimes at the age of 80 maybe. I don't know, maybe sometimes by 60, 70, I don't know. But I am sure each one of you, especially all the women, whoever is hearing this at one or the other phase, can relate and resonate with Ma Durga's all 9 forms. And I loved this. I mean, their podcast was 8 minutes. I'm a talker and I talk a lot and I like to express exactly what I feel. So from what? Oh my God, from 8 minutes, I took it to 25 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to edit any part of it or not, but we'll see. I'm going to post this soon. And once posted, please reach out to me if you're a woman. And if you can relate to this, and if you're at any phase of life that makes sense, that resonated with you, please do text me, or maybe if it's on Facebook, just text me on Facebook, text me on my number. I would love to have a conversation on this. It's so fascinating. And I truly got very fascinated with the whole resonating with those forms. I had at least never thought in that perspective. So it really, really appealed to me. And I'm sure many of you may know about all this and many may not. But whether you know it or not, irrespective of that, we are all women and we are in one of that phase. And I would love to connect with you if you would like to talk about anything of this sort or anything else. It was so much fun listening to this podcast and making this quick video. Not a quick one, but a nice video. Thank you so much. Bye.